A very good morning to all of you. Hope that you all are fine. And last video, I have started the first lesson. The name of the lesson, "The Portrait of a Lady" by Kushwant Singh. I hope that you all have understood the lesson till now, whichever I taught. Now we will continue with the new paragraph. I think I have explained you the till your the frivolous rebooks. Now I'll explain that what is meant in that paragraph. In, the, in that paragraph, it explains that when the author decided to go abroad for further studies, he believed that it would be the last time he would see her as he would alone for as he would be gone for 5 long years. As they all reached the station, she held him tightly and kissed his forehead. He thought it was the last physical contact with her. The wet impression of her hand was dear to him. She was not sentimental at all. When he came back after 5 years, she came to meet him at the station. She looked just the way she did 5 years ago, not a day older. She held him again in her arms and was still reciting her prayers. He noticed on the first day of his arrival that only parrots would make her happy. This much we have seen till in the last video. Now I am going to start with the new paragraph and we will start. In the evening, a change came over her. She did not pray. She collected the women of the neighborhood, got an old drum, and started to sing. So, for several hours, she thumbed the sagging skins of the dilapidated drum and sang of the homecoming of the warriors. She had to pursue her to stop to avoid overstraining. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. The next morning, she was taken ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told us that it would go. But my grandmother thought differently. She told us that her end was near. She said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray, she was not going to waste any more time talking to us. So here in this paragraph, the difficult words you will face here, thumbed means hit. Sagging means what? Sinking downwards. Dilapidated means what? In a state of despair or ruin the sagging skins of the dilapidated drum. Loose surface of the worn out drum. Pursued here means to talk someone into doing something or request. Overstraining means in this paragraph overdoing something. Omitted means what? Leave out or exclude something. So in this paragraph, it says that an evening she did not follow her regular routine of praying. She collected a few women from the neighborhood and got a drum and started singing with them. She thumbed the ruined part of the drum and sang along. The whole family persuaded her to stop as she might not get ill due to exhaustion. The next morning, she fell ill. It was a very mild fever. The doctor told them that it would go away, but she took it differently. According to her, she would die soon as her end was near. She started chanting prayers as she didn't want to waste her last hours in talking to anyone. We protested. Last to second paragraph. We protested, but she ignored our protest. She lay peacefully in bed, praying and telling her beads even before we could suspect. Her lips stopped moving, and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. A peaceful pallor spread on her face, and we knew that she was dead. So what happened? In protested means what? Express an objection against something or someone. Pallor means what? Unhealthy pale face. In this paragraph, what happened that the family protested and she tried to stop her, but they tried to stop her, but she lay peacefully on her bed, chanting prayers and doing her beads. Suddenly, she stopped and the rosary fell from her lifeless fingers. A calm, pale appearance spread on her face, and she was dead. Last paragraph. We lifted her off the bed as is customary, laid her on the ground and covered her with a red shroud. After a few hours of mourning, we left her alone to make arrangements for her funeral. In the evening, we went to her room with a crude stretcher to take her to be cremated. The sun was setting and had lit her room and veranda with a blaze of golden light. We stopped halfway in the courtyard. All over the veranda in her room, right up to where she lay dead and stiff wrapped in the red shroud, thousands of sparrows sat scattered on the floor. There was no chirping. We felt sorry for the birds, and my mother fed some bread for them. She broke into little crumbs, the way my grandmother used to, and threw it to them. The sparrows took no notice of the bread. When we carried my mother's corpse off, they flew away quietly. Next morning, the sweeper swept the bread crumbs into the dustbin. So, in this paragraph, customary means what? Traditional. Crude means in a very natural state or roughly made. Cremated means dispose or burn a body after it is dead. Blaze means a very large burning fire. Shroud means a piece of cloth used to wrap a dead person. Corpse means what? Dead body. Corpse means what? Dead body. So in this last paragraph, the author says that Khushwant Singh, the family lifted her from the bed, laid her on the ground and wrapped her with a red colored cloth. Thousands of sparrows sat silently near her. The other's mother fetched some bread for the birds, but they did not eat any. They flew away later as the family carried the dead body. The sweeper removed the crumbs the next morning. The birds were so sensitive they did not want to eat bread but were mourning the death of the one who had fed them for so many days. So this was the lesson. I hope that you have understood. I have explained you the each paragraph. Now we will go through the once again we will do the recap of this summary. Then you will able to understand properly. So this is the story, the chapter, The Portrait of a Lady, is the story of the author and his grandmother. Grandmother was an old woman with a wrinkled face. The author had always seen her like this for the past 20 years. She appeared to be so old that she could not imagine for being young and pretty. Someone who had a husband. She was short, fat, and slightly bent. Author had seen his grandfather's portrait, an old man with a turban and a long white beard covering his chest. To the author, his grandfather did not seem like a man who could have a wife and children, but someone who could have lots of grandchildren. His grandmother used to move around the house in a spotless white, with one hand resting on her waist and her other hand counting the beads of her rosary. In the initial days, the author and his grandmother had a good relationship. She used to wake him up and get him ready for the school. She used to pack the things required by him for the day and walked him to school every day. She used to visit the temple that was attached to the school. She had a routine of reading the scripture. The author, along with the other children, sat on the veranda singing alphabets and morning prayers. They both used to come back together and with stray dogs roaming around them as his grandmother would carry the stale chapati to feed them. So what happened? Soon the parents of the author who went to the city to settle down in and called them. They reached the city and his relationship with his grandmother took a turn. From here the turning point happened. Though they shared the room, their bond grew. Sorry for the interruption. So they reached the city. His relationship with his grandmother took a turn. Though they shared the room, their bond grew apart. He started going to a English medium school. She no longer accompanied him to his school. There were no longer stray dogs who roamed around them while walking back home. She, however, used to ask him about his day and what had happened or what had learned. She did not understand anything as everything was in another language which she could not understand. She did not approve of the new syllabus that he was studying because she thought that they did not teach him about God and the scriptures. They saw less of each other. So, what happened as the days passed, she grew older and went soon to the university. He had his own room, and this made their relationship sour. She stopped talking to everyone and spent whole day talking to everyone and spent sitting at spinning wheel, reciting prayers and moving beads of the rosary with one hand. However, she loved feeding sparrows in the veranda at dawn. Breaking bread into pieces and feeding it to the birds were her daily routine. The birds would sit on her legs and her head and some on even on the shoulders. Soon the author decided to go for the further studies. She came to the railway station to leave him hope. She was not sentimental, continuously recited her prayers. Her mind lost in the prayers and she kissed him on the forehead. After 5 years, as he returned home, she was there, came to pick him up at the station. I was still the same as she had been 5 years ago. She clasped him with her arms and did not say a word. She still used to feed her sparrows. One day, she did not recite her prayers, but instead collected the women of the neighborhood, got a drum, and started singing. The next morning, she was ill with mild fever. The doctor said that there was nothing to worry, but she was sure that her end was near. She did not want to waste her time talking to anyone in the family anymore, but spent her last hours in reciting her prayers, is laying in the bed. She died, and so her body lay on the bed, lifeless. As they prepared for her funeral, they saw all the sparrows sitting in the veranda around her, mourning her death. So, so let's discuss the question answers given in the textbook. Mention first question is goes here. Mention the three phrases of the author's relationship with his grandmother before he left the country to study abroad. So whenever you write the answers, first you have to give the introduction, first paragraph about the lesson, about the author. The second paragraph will be about the answer to the question. And third paragraph you have to give the conclusion. Then only your answer will be completed. don't give the exact only 5-4 lines only. You have to give the first, whenever you write the question answers, first you have to give the introduction of the lesson and the author's name and lesson name and author's name and the introduction of the lesson, and second paragraph will be according whatever the question asked, according to that you have to give the answer, and third paragraph will be the conclusion of the question. Okay, so we will start the first question. I repeat again. Mention the three phases of the author's relationship with his grandmother before he left the country to study abroad. You can write the answers in this way. I'm giving you the briefly. Okay, the three phases of the author's relationship with his grandmother before he left the country to study abroad are as follows. So first phase we will discuss the period of his early childhood where he used to live with her in the village. His grandmother used to wake him up and get him ready for school. They both would walk to school together and come back home together. They had a good friendship with each other. This was the first phase of the question. And second phase, you can write, in this phase, author and the grandmother shifted to the city as the author parents settled well in the city. Although they shared the same room, this was the turning point of their friendship. Now they saw less of each other. And third phase, when the author went to the university, he was given a room of his own. This made their friendship bond weaker as the common link between them, the same room, snapped. She became quieter and private and kept the spinning wheel all day long. She would feed the sparrows once in a day, and this was the only thing that made her happy now. So this is the first answers I have discussed here. Now we will see the second question and answer. Mention three reasons why the author's grandmother was disturbed when he started going to the city school. You can write the answer in this way. When the author used to live in the village with her, they both had a good friendship. She used to wake him up and got him ready and would also accompany him to school. All this changed when they moved to the city. The grandmother was disturbed for the following reason. She no longer could help him in his lessons. As he started going to the English medium school, this became a barrier for her. There was no teaching about God and the scriptures. She did not like him taking the music lesson. According to her, music was only for beggars and harlots. Now the third question. Mention three ways in which the author's grandmother spent her days after he grew up. You can write this answer in this way. His grandmother changed a lot since he grew up. She would spend her day at the spinning wheel, chanting prayers and feeding sparrows. The fourth question. Mention the odd way in which the author's grandmother behaved just before she died. So in this question, you can write the answer in this way. She did not pray the evening before dying. She collected the women from the neighborhood and started singing Homecoming of the Warriors with the help of the drum. The next morning when she fell ill, she said her end was near. She started praying peacefully while lying on her bed. So she refused to talk to anyone during her last hours. Now the fifth question. Mention the way in which sparrows express their sorrow when the author's grandmother died. You can write the answer in this way. Grandmother used to feed the sparrows in her veranda each day. She developed a special relationship with them. When she died, thousands of sparrows expressed their sorrow by sitting in a scattered way around her in the veranda. They did not chirp, they were complete silence. the other mother tried to feed them by breaking the bread and throwing it in front of them, but they did not eat anything. When the family carried grandmother's corpse, they all flew away. You can write in this way. So next question answers we will discuss in the next video. I hope that you have understood and cleared the whatever I taught you in this video. And children, while watching this video, keep your textbook along with this watching, because then only you will able to understand it. Okay. And until the next class, keep watching, keep learning, and have a good day. From me, it's a goodbye.